It seems to be like a running joke. Like, I get it. This economy is absolutely crazy, bro. Inflation is absolutely wild. You guys keep sending me kind of similar stories, I'd say, of people pilfering hundreds of thousands of dollars from locations, then also slightly confused why all these locations are absolutely closing down, and the overall lawless nature of some of these places where these stores are attempting to survive in. Guys, this video here, based off the title, apparently someone in San Francisco is accused of taking $40,000 worth of items, right? And apparently we're going to listen to her speak for the first time. Hopefully she's speaking behind bars, bro, right? I mean, if you don't want it to happen any longer, I think the most important thing probably is to, at the very least, prosecute the people who are doing these things instead of slaps on the wrist, bro. But all right, let's see where this takes us, guys.
Court should be a court, I think.
Meaning?
Meaning you're protecting the public. And right now, the public is not being protected.
Generally.
Tomorrow morning, in a San Francisco courtroom, the case drags on for a woman accused of being a very prolific shoplifter. That type of crime has had a dramatic impact on our quality of life, and we wanted to explore why the criminal justice system seems to grind so slowly on this. I-Team reporter Dan Noyes has been on the case for months, actually, and he's here with what he's found out, Dan.
Well, Dan, Aziza Graves made headlines 2.5 years ago, accused of hitting the same Target store 120 times and stealing more than $40,000 worth of merchandise. We never saw her face or heard her side of the story until now.
Researching one story sometimes...
Bro, what can she say? All right, I hit the same store 40 times and took 100 times and took $40,000 worth of items, bro. Does it matter what she has to say right now about this, bro? I mean, we can stop caring about that. But all right, let's get it.
Leads to another. I interviewed San Francisco
doesn't matter what she
District
has to
Attorney Brooke
say.
Jenkins last October about the challenge of prosecuting car break-ins, especially by repeat offenders.
Are there certain judges who are more difficult in terms of getting a conviction in cases like this?
What I will say is there are judges who will offer their own plea bargain to defendants of ours.
Okay.
They have the ability to do that.
Jenkins told me judges sometimes undercut prosecutors and give defendants a better deal.
And we're having that happen in a case right now involving a repeat offender of theft.
Okay.
Which case is that? Can you tell me what case that is?
Yes, I can tell you that is the Aziza Graves case.
With that, I dove into the shoplifting case against 42-year-old Aziza Graves, pulled her case file, and met her in court.
Can I talk to you about your case at some point?
At some point, I'd be willing to talk about it with you, for sure.
Okay, great.
Her records show how the case developed. May 2021, security staff from the Stonestown Target met with District Attorney Chesa Boudin's office, complaining that Graves repeatedly stole from the store. Months passed with no arrest. Then Boudin faced accusations of being soft on crime. November 9th of 2021, the Department of Elections confirmed that his opponents, including current DA Brooke Jenkins, had gathered enough signatures to force a recall election. The next week, Boudin sent this tweet, breaking news. SFDA office operation results in arrest of prolific retail thief, more than 100 separate thefts.
Great.
Thank you to SFPD for assisting. More information coming soon.
Bro, can you imagine again, I want to reiterate this. Imagine them knowing you went into this store 100 different times and took things and you're free. Imagine that, like anywhere else other than California or New York. All right? Imagine.
Aziza Graves was arrested.
The first time she should have been
recognizance, and a month
jail.
later.
She has now been arrested again after being released last week.
Of
This
course.
time, Aziza Graves was taken into custody at the Westfield San Francisco Center Mall on Saturday.
The criminal complaint lists thefts from Abercrombie and Fitch, Safeway, and 120 thefts from the Stonestown Target store,
120.
totaling more than $40,000. Authorities said Graves would often steal jugs of laundry detergent that can easily be sold in San Francisco's illegal night markets along Market Street.
That was 2021. Going on 3 years later, Aziza Graves has faced more than 24 hearings. She's still on the streets, and her shoplifting case keeps dragging on.
I don't think I should be on trial for anything right now.
Graves.
Oh, really?
Told me she is homeless, sleeps on friends' couches, and that she has a hard time just surviving. Her public defender declined to comment.
Let me talk to this guy.
We went outside the Hall of Justice for an interview. I started with a basic
Oh,
question.
let's go.
So
Let's
what do you want
go.
me to know about your case?
I just want you to know that I had no intention of.
What's up with disease and love, dog?
I don't want to do this. This is stupid.
In an email to me, Graves...
This is stupid. I really wish you would have said all types of things. Listen, you can incriminate yourself, apparently, even in a place like this, and they're not going to do anything to you, bro. They know you went into that store and pilfered more than 120 times. They know this, and you're walking free. So do you really think that whatever you say, right, can and will be held against you in court? They're going to let you go, bro.
Explained she was using the self-checkout at a Safeway, and the machine said payment complete after putting in just 1 cent. I had to figure out how 1 cent could equal 100%. She sent me this convoluted tabulation that concludes the actual value of what we call a penny is 0.000001 credits or $100 million.
Wait. Guys, come on, please, come on.
0.0001 credits or $100 million. Graves wrote, when she told the Safeway staff, they said you are stealing and kicked me out. Target was next. I went to Target every single day for about a year before I was arrested. Judge Brendan Conroy offered Graves a plea deal, reducing the 138 counts down to a single grand theft felony with a 2-year sentence. With good behavior and time served, Aziza Graves could be out in about 4 months. The transcript shows Judge Conroy did that against the wishes of the public defender, who said Graves is innocent, and the prosecution.
That's just not the way it used to work, and it's not the way it should
work.
Richard Kramer was a San Francisco Superior Court judge for almost 20 years, handling serious violent felonies and complex civil litigation. I asked him about Brooke Jenkins' frustration with judges like Brendan Conroy.
And they can sometimes undercut us in court and say, I've got a better offer for you.
Do you understand her frustration?
Of course.
How can you
I'm
not?
frustrated. Why do you think I'm living in Napa now?
I mean, you're still in the same terrible state, though, bro, but...
I lived in San Francisco forever.
Judge Kramer tells me in the car break-ins, the shoplifting, the stores leaving what used to be prime San Francisco real estate, we are seeing the effect of social policies that emphasize rehabilitation for criminals over public safety.
The court system is not a parenting process. It'd be nice if you could help people, and you should, but only after you do what your main job is, which is enforcing the law and protecting the public.
There are a host of people who disagree with Judge Kramer and say criminal justice reform is essential. Aziza Graves is back in court tomorrow after the plea deal fell through. She's headed for more hearings and a trial unless something changes once again.
You'll follow it. What a remarkable situation.
All right, guys, listen. What did we... Bro, how did we get here? Right? I mean, I understand. I know most of these situations are happening on the West Coast and Manhattan. Right? I get that. Right? But how did things devolve to this overall state? I think that's probably the main question I have in this specific instance. Should she be walking free? No. When she goes to court, she should be put in jail and not released for a long time until she understands specifically that walking into these stores, right, and taking things that you're not purchasing is absolutely crazy. And the fact that 1 penny does not equal $100 million. All right, that's absolutely crazy talk. Are you trying to get? Maybe she's trying to get let off on absolute insanity potentially. That could be her game also. But overall, how does this type of thing stop, bro? You have to punish the criminals. You can't not punish the criminals, bro. Like someone is breaking specifically into vehicles, you catch them on video, apparently, right? And then you release them. They're going to do it again. Like, do you not imagine if she's been caught 120 times? How many times has she actually done it since she's been arrested for it? All right, it's not going to stop. You have to put her in jail, obviously. But all right, You guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly. Guys, before we go, are you guys subscribed to the other channels? Logical Movie Reviews with Mr. L. Boyd along with Mr. L. Boyd Music. Both are found in the description. Check it out.